someone they were just like, his name is Andrew, and I was
Reading's
like,
fucking hard, bro.
yeah.
All white people look alike.
Speaking of white people that look alike, let's talk about the presidents. Yeah, there we go. Just recently we had one that got shot at. Crazy. There was other ones. They were funnier. So, in my personal opinion, Ronald Reagan's probably at the third for attempts at an assassination on our president. Man walks down the street, puts his arms up, waving to people, and then all of a sudden he gets tackled by a Secret Service member. That's crazy. Looks over at the man and says, "You broke my rib." Now that's a president. So, gets up, proceeds to have this whole rest of this nice engagement, and then hops in the car with his wife, and then goes, "I think I'm gonna have to go to the hospital." So they go, and it's not a hospital sanctioned for like the president. It's like straight up, it's like a city hospital. He rolls up, a bunch of dudes are outside like, "Oh shit! That's the goddamn president! I ain't never seen nothing like, are you Ronald Reagan?" And of course he's like, "I'm Ronald Reagan. Yeah, hey, I'm just trying to go to the hospital." So he goes on in and says hey to the nurses in a similar fashion. Collapses. There's some other stuff that happens, but bottom line is 12 days later he was back up and at 'em and doing president stuff. That's what makes it an attempt. All of these things are key details. It's all about semantics here. So, my second favorite, Teddy Roosevelt. Now, keep in mind, Teddy Roosevelt's the kind of president who would look at people and be like, "I've decided we're going to have a big old fight. Today's the day. It's gonna be a good one. Fetch me my horse." And then he'd hop up on that horse and be like, "That hill there, that's ours." So he took one, and then he decided he wanted to take another one. So statistically, his men at this point were kind of like, "Yo, this is fucked up. I want to go home. I've never experienced like this kind of a battle before." Mans looks at him and says, "How can you kneel and lay down when I'm on a horse? Come with me. Take this hill." Dude gets shot in the face. Boom. And he's like, "Well, fuck that guy. Onward." And then they go and they take it. I think it was like San Juan Hill. Absolutely wild. That's the guy we're talking about now. This is the level of just insane stick-to-itiveness. Dude's hanging out one day in front of a bunch of people. Can't remember exactly what kind of an event it was, such as drinking. So, in this endeavor, he looks at them, they look at him. A man pulls a gun out, shoots him in the chest. Thank God he had a bunch of crap in his pocket, like a watch, a book, some stupid other random trinket horse shit. Because that stopped the bullet. Now, he wasn't a man to just get shot and be like, "Ah, ooh, I gotta go." Nah, he looked at them, all of them, just like I'm looking at you, and said, "Takes more than that to kill a bull moose." That's a cowboy. That's a retarded cowboy, and that was one of our best presidents. I love that. One of my final, probably the greatest personal favorite assassination attempt of all time, because it was probably the shittiest. George W. Bush. So, W, the man, the myth, the legend, was having a nice meeting over in Iraq, being like, "Iraqis, sorry. This really fucking sucks for y'all. America's great. A man gets up in the middle of that whole, that's the synopsis, obviously not a direct quote. Don't Google it. Man gets up in the middle of it, picks up one of his shoes, starts yelling some stuff I don't know, and yeets his shoe right at President Bush. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but President Bush is part Spider-Man. That dude went. That's important. That smile is important. That's key. The man takes his other shoe off. Because keep in mind, they come in pairs. This man came stacked. So, second shoe comes off. Throws it at him again. Dude goes. At this point, Secret Service has tackled the living fuck out of this dude. And all you can hear is that he's like praying to Allah. It's brutal. Yeah. But then, while this man's being beat to shit, President Bush goes, now, I think it's important that we note that if this was America, he'd be able to do that. Minus the shoe throwing. It's important to express yourself. And these are the dudes that we all put in office. We might have to step our games up if we want to actually like take one out or something. Because like these dudes are wild fast. Y'all have a good fucking night.